A very good evening to all of you. Welcome back to my channel. Here again I am to solve a problem on engineering mechanics. It's a problem on statics, problem on equilibrium, problem on beams type 3 to find the support reactions at a hinge support and a roller support of a beam consisting of uniformly distributed load and uniformly varying load. So the question statement goes as, it was asked in December 2014 for 8 marks. Find the reactions at supports B and F for the beam loaded as shown in the figure. You can see the type of the beam. It is extended from one of the end. It's a hinge support at B. It's a roller support at an inclined surface. Roller support at an inclined surface, though, so the normal reaction is going to be inclined. That means it will be perpendicular to the surface but at an angle of 60 degrees to the horizontal. Let us see how we can draw the FPD. This is the questions diagram. Let me write down what are we supposed to find. So I can write it down over here. To find is VB is equal to question mark, HB is equal to question mark, as well as RF, normal reaction at F, is equal to question mark. So there are three unknowns. First step is to draw the free body diagram. As you can see over here, first of all I have simply drawn the beam as it is with various points located on it, and the total length of the beam I have just noted it down so that there should not be any confusion or there should not be any correction later on. Now let me just show the reaction at the support, hinge support. So here it is going to be VB, here it's going to be HB. Okay, now at point D there is a couple, it's misprinted over here. It's 150 Newton meter and a force of 150 Newton acting at an angle of 30 degrees. So the force, first of all I can show it here itself. So it is nothing but 150 Newton at an angle of 30 degrees and a couple, friends, which is of 150 Newton meter. I will be better showing it over here. 150 Newton meter. Okay, this force will be resolved later on. There will be a normal reaction at point F which will be perpendicular to the inclined surface. Better, I will be showing it as RF, which is acting at an angle of 60 degrees to the horizontal. Okay, friends, if I need to resolve these forces, better, how do I do that? Just for the resolution sake, this 150 Newton, it will be resolved as, I can show it, this will be the horizontal component as well as this will be the vertical component. The same way RF, this will be the vertical component and this will be the horizontal component. So I can write it over here. It will be 150 cos of 30 and 150 sin of 30. So let me better write it over here. 150 cos of 30 and here 150 sin of 30. Even over here it will be RF sin of 60 and here RF cos of 60. Apart from these, my dear friends, there are now, one is this uniformly distributed load and one is this uniformly varying load. Uniformly distributed load, as also it looks like a rectangle. The formula for converting it into a point load is very simple. There is one uniformly distributed load acting over here. What is the area of a rectangle? It is similar to that. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So 5 into 50. Side length into breadth, that is. So I can just do it with the help of the calculator. It's quite easy. 5 into 50 is nothing but 250. Okay, so I can show it very easily. So definitely if I show this conversion of the point load, it will be acting over here 250 Newton, but now the distances, they are a catch. So for this, the distance, if I look, it will be located exactly at the center of the span where this entire rectangular loading is acting. So total rectangular loading is acting for 4 plus 1 5 meter. So at the center means from the extreme end it will be acting at a distance of 2.5 meters. So it will be easier for me to show the distance. I'll be showing the distances one by one. Just let me mark the distances so that it becomes easier for me to locate the distance, and then I can cross verify whether whatever the distances I have shown they are correct or not. Okay, one by one we will be going ahead, friends. So this is 2.5 meters. Okay, now left out from here till here it is 2.5, as already it is shown that this is 1 meter. So friends, I hope now you will be in a position to answer. 2.5 minus 1 meter is how much? Is nothing but 1.5 meter. So this is the way it is done till here. Further I can go ahead with this. This is again 1 meter. Even over here, D to E, the distance is again 1 meter. Last but not the least, from E to F, if I want, now I will be converting first of all this uniformly varying load, that is triangular loading, into a point load. How will it get converted? It will be the area of a triangle. Similar to the formula is there, half into 4 into 120. So it is, if I do it, so 0.5 into 4 into 120. So the value is 240. The value is 240 Newton. It's a point load, and definitely it will be acting at a distance of L by 3 from point E. So it will be like this. I show it will be 240 Newton. So better to write this as, to show this as a point load and 240 Newton. Once I have shown it, so distance will be 4 divided by 3. Let me do the calculation. 4 divided by 3, it is nothing but 1.3. So just we need to start up the calci again. So it is at a distance of 1.3 from this particular end. Let me just simply mark it. If I'll be showing this distance is 1.3 meters, so the remaining distance will be 4 minus 1.3. That is nothing but 4 minus of 1.3. It will be equal to 2.7. So it is nothing but left out is 2.7 meters. Friends, let us just cross check whether the distance is totally 11 meters or not. Let me keep this over here. Let me take it to one side first. So it will be total distance. Let us check 4 plus 1.5 plus 1. Let me take it to the extreme. So plus 1 again. 4 plus 1.5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1.3 plus 2.7. Let's do the calculation once again of the distance. It is 2.5 plus 1.5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1.3 plus 2.7. So here it is, you can see it's totally 11. That is why, friends, we can say that yes, the diagram is absolutely correct. Let us go ahead to find the unknowns. Since there are two unknowns here, friends, we need to go ahead with all three conditions of equilibrium. So I'll be going ahead and writing here step number 2. Step 2. So now applying COE, applying COE. So it will be nothing but summation of moment about point B is equal to 0, as it consists of maximum number of unknowns. Now friends, it's a very interesting problem. One by one, let's see how we can proceed. So it will be, we are standing at point B. With respect to B, we will be considering the other forces. So minus 250 into 1.5, 150 Newton meter, it is causing the body to rotate in clockwise sense, so plus 150 Newton meter. Now 150 sine 30, so plus 150 sine 30 into the distance, it is 1 plus 1, so it will be 2. Again plus 240 into, it will be 1 plus 1 plus 1 3 plus 1.3, so 4.3. Okay, minus RF sine 60, because it is causing the body to rotate in anti-clockwise sense, into 11 minus 2.5, whatever the total distance is gonna be. So you can write it 11 minus 2.5 is equal to, and the value is 8.5. Okay, into 8.5 is equal to 0. Therefore, now friends, if I write about RF, so the value that I'll be calculating, it has to be one by one. Let us go ahead and proceed with the calculation. So minus 250 into 1.5 plus 150, let me go ahead, plus 150 sine 30, bracket completes, into 2 is equal to plus 240 into 4.3. The value whatever it comes out to, it will be taken on the other side. That is why it will be coming out to be minus, and minus minus will get cancelled out. So I can write it over here friends. It will be minus 957. On this side it will be minus 8.5 into sine 60 RF. Sine 60 RF. So minus minus gets cancels out, and then I can divide it directly by 8.5 into sine of 60, just completing the bracket twice, is equal to 130.005. So RF comes out to 130.005, my dear friends. Even I can write it as 130. So therefore RF is equal to 130.005 Newton. Let me just check the unit. Yes. So yes, 130.005 Newton, and the value is correct with the proper direction, that is at an angle of 60 degree with horizontal. We're done with RF. Let us go for the value of HB. So summation Fx is equal to 0, acting towards right hand side as positive. Therefore, by looking at the free body diagram, how the equation will be, HB minus 150 cos of 30 minus RF cos 60. Friends, just I forgot to mention this. Why did I didn't consider 150 cos 30 and RF cos 60 in this particular equation of moment? Because these forces were directly acting along the line of action, acting at point B. That is why there was no perpendicular distance. That's why these forces were not considered while taking the moment. Now just let us write down the equation. So it will be HB minus 150 cos of 30 minus RF is 130.005 cos of 60 is equal to 0. So it is minus of 130, minus of 150 cos of 30 minus 130.005 cos of 60. So the value comes out to be minus on the other side. Therefore, if I take it on the next side of equal to, it will be HB is equal to 194.906 Newton. 194.906 Newton acting towards right side. Yes, the value is absolutely correct. Now last but not the least, we will be going ahead with summation of Fy is equal to 0, acting in upward sense as positive. Therefore, if I take this, it will be Vb minus 250 minus V plus Vb minus 150 sin 30 minus 240 plus RF sin 60. So let us write down this equation. Minus 250 plus Vb minus 250 plus Vb, only Vb is the unknown now, minus 150 sin 30 minus 240 minus 150 sin 30 minus 240, last will be plus RF sin 60 plus RF, that is 130.005, that was RF sin of 60 is equal to 0. Therefore Vb is equal to, now let us see what is the value of Vb coming out to. So let us start with the calculation. Minus 250 minus of 150 sin 30 sin of 30 minus of 240 is equal to plus 130.005 sin of 60 sin of 60. So the value again, it is coming out to be minus, so it will be actually on the other side, so it will be plus, so it will be plus 452.412 Newton, 412 Newton acting in upward sense. The directions are correct. Now just let us write down for how many marks, how the marks are going to get distributed one by one. The correct FBD gives you 2 marks in the exam. Correct value of RF gives you 2 marks. HB gives you 2 marks. And last VB gives you 2 marks. This is the way how the 8 marks are going to get splitted. And this is the way how the problem is going to get completed in the university paper. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.